Here's your wrestling news for December 9th, 2021. And your headlines for today include WWE signs 15 college athletes to new contracts, what happened after NXT 2.0 went off the air, current champion Teases leaving WWE in deleted tweet, Raw commentator hits back at accusations of sexist commentary, former world champion promises to change the history of his career with upcoming announcement, Braun Strowman announces history-making plans since being released from WWE, WWE Hall of Famer and former tag champion dies aged 86, WWE selling merchandise for popular superstar despite firing them earlier this year, and more. We are kicking off today with WWE, who last week announced the Next in Line program, which will seek to sign college athletes to WWE contracts. The NIL program came around following the signing of NCAA champion and Olympic gold medalist Gable Steveson, and the new system has already reaped impressive results. This week, 15 signings have been announced spanning 13 universities from 7 NCAA conferences and 4 sports. All 15 have impressive backgrounds, but some are already sticking out, such as John Cron of Portland State University, who at 7 foot tall and 400 pounds, this football star is the largest signing to date. 2 more interesting signings are Haley and Hannah Kavinder, who play basketball for the Fresno State Bulldogs, and the identical twins were popular before signing. With over 3.8 million followers on their joint TikTok and over 330,000 followers each on Instagram, the pair have been a success in both athletics and social media, and with the Bella twins retired, Hannah and Haley could be primed to take their place. Athletes who join will receive access to WWE's Performance Center in Orlando, as well as support in building themselves as a brand and communications training for speaking to the press. Athletes who successfully complete the program aren't guaranteed a long-term role with WWE, as only those who stand out will receive that, but WWE may have already signed the next big thing in pro wrestling as part of its first crop of signings. NXT news now is Johnny Gargano and Kyle O'Reilly's contracts are both coming to an end, and there's no word yet on if either man has re-signed to stay with WWE. Both men recently lost at WWE War Games, and on this week's NXT 2.0, O'Reilly lost to Von Wagner in what many see as a changing of the guard, while Gargano was attacked by Grayson Waller. This could be the last image fans see of the pair on TV, but the live crowd at this week's show got something extra special for their money. After the show went off the air, Gargano and O'Reilly came out to salute the fans and had an emotional embrace, as Candice LeRae and Shawn Michaels looked on, visibly moved by the moment. The pair also had a moment with reigning NXT champion Tommaso Ciampa, as it certainly appears that both men are going to leave this week. This is a worst-case scenario for WWE, who could be on the cusp of losing 2 of their most impressive and most established stars on NXT, and we imagine Tony Khan is already ready to make an offer. Many people believe that both men are finished in NXT, and so does Shinsuke Nakamura, as the Intercontinental Champion tweeted, "See ya, my friends," on Tuesday morning. We can't say for certain that the King of Strong Style meant Gargano and O'Reilly, but it's telling that Nakamura quickly deleted the tweet, but not before it was screenshotted. It's possible Nakamura could be speaking about himself, but there's no word on his contract and when it's set to expire. But as the reigning Intercontinental Champion, we imagine it wouldn't be anytime soon. Nakamura may be the champ, but like his other main roster title runs, his time with the Intercontinental title has been underwhelming, and time will tell what the future holds for him, Gargano, and O'Reilly in the coming weeks. For the past few years, Corey Graves has been a lead announcer on WWE's main roster, but his commentary isn't to everyone's taste. Recently, Graves was in hot water for constantly throwing shade at Dana Brooke and saying she should give up wrestling, and now a former NXT interviewer is speaking up about his work. On Twitter, Alyssa Marino discussed commentators who only focus on the physical appearance of female competitors, and said when that happens, companies should look for professional broadcasters who can tell a story without being distracted. Marino didn't mention Graves, but he felt attacked, as he responded saying Marino should look for a different industry to work in if she can't see that his commentary is a TV character and not a journalist. When a fan said that telling a female to look for a different job because of her opinion doesn't exactly help his claims of not being sexist, Graves hit back, saying he was going after Marino for what he called her lack of understanding between fiction versus reality. In a follow-up tweet, Marina said her initial comment was about a bunch of indie promotions she'd seen on YouTube, and it's telling that Graves believed her comment about sexist commentary was about him. Graves' commentary of the women's wrestlers over the years has been interesting, as he's drooled over the likes of Carmella and Mandy Rose while saying Dana Brooke should leave the business, but the savior of misbehavior wasn't happy at all about this tweet, even when it wasn't aimed at him. Now, Rey Mysterio has had a legendary career and is considered by many to be the biggest name in the history of masked wrestlers, but the three-time former world champion has something special planned. On Twitter, Mysterio has promised some exciting news that will be announced today and will change the history of Rey Mysterio. Rey offered no further hints as to what the news could be, but it was reported last year that an animated series was being developed for Cartoon Network Latin America, but no details have been revealed since. We don't expect it to be about his contract, as Rey signed a multi-year deal with WWE in the summer of 2020, coinciding with his son Dominic's in-ring debut. We'll have to wait for later today for Mysterio's groundbreaking announcement to be made, but after such a lengthy, legendary career, it must be something truly big for Rey to claim it'll change the history of his entire career. In June, WWE released Braun Strowman, a surprising move considering his last match was a WWE Championship opportunity at WrestleMania Backlash. Now fans will be able to see the former Universal Champion again, albeit in a much different way, as Strowman will soon be offering hologram greetings. Partnering with Imagine AR, the service similar to Cameo, except with holograms instead of video, and at a press conference, the former superstar spoke about joining several MLB and NFL players, as well as TV personalities who are included in the project. I never imagined that I would be the first professional wrestler to enter the metaverse as a hologram. Fans around the world can now enter the virtual ring with me and man up in their own videos celebrating their birthday and holidays with the baddest. These holograms haven't been launched yet, but will range between $4.99 and $14.99 and will make a unique gift for any fan of the former Universal Champion. We've got some sad news to report now, as WWE Hall of Famer Blackjack Lanza has died, aged 86. News of Lanza's death was announced via Jim Ross, who praised the Hall of Famer as WWE's lead agent during the Attitude Era. Before becoming an agent, Lanza had an impressive 24-year in-ring career that began in 1961 and saw him work in the WWF, AWA, Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling, Georgia Championship Wrestling, and other promotions. Alongside his partner Blackjack Mulligan, Lanza is a former WWF World Tag Team Champion and NWA Tag Team Champion and was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2006. In his reaction, Vince McMahon said Lanza's loyalty and dedication to WWE will never be forgotten, while Mick Foley, Vince Russo, and the NWA offered their own condolences, and we'd like to extend our deepest sympathies to Jack's family at this time. And we're ending today with Bray Wyatt, who may be gone from WWE, but not forgotten. This week, WWE released a new Funko Pop figure depicting The Fiend in a Christmas-themed apparel. Given that the pop vinyl was of a wrestler who's no longer with the company, we imagine many saw it as a collector's item, as it very quickly sold out on WWEshop.com. WWE still owns the trademark for The Fiend, meaning they can use his image and name however they see fit, but given the backlash fans have maintained ever since Bray's late July release, we doubt this pop will ease any tension between the fans and Vince McMahon. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.